light am I turning on? I didn't think it picked up the dishwasher.
Yeah, but we need to get the sinkerator, so.
Well, you can do that real quick.
Don't do the pulses, that doesn't help.
Hello, everybody! It is Tuesday! How are we doing tonight, everybody? Good to have you here live. Hey, Michelle, you're in first. Congratulations, Michelle, my friend. Michelle, my belle. Adele and Dazzle are here. Great to have you here, folks. How are you guys doing tonight? Michelle, what are you grateful for? You look pretty in pink. The other day, Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, I've lost track of your live video when you were pretty in pink. You might call it mauve, what you were wearing, but you look good. Selling, selling, selling. Look at you. You're just a selling machine. Selling machine, Michelle. Proud of you for getting out there and selling. Hey, Karen, good to have you here. Sylvia, it's Virginia night. Vina, I assume you got my message and you're all set. That you followed my whatever I said, or at least I answered your question correctly when I called you. Hope all is well in Indiana. Howdy, Kelly. Albuquerque in the house. Oh, Michelle. Michelle. You're awesome. You're awesome. It's good to have everybody here. What is everybody grateful for this Tuesday evening? Glad you're tuning in here. Somebody told me there's other stuff on tonight, but I'm glad you tuned in here. Iowa's in the house. Hello, Heather. Great to have you here. Great to have you here. We're going to have a good community night tonight. What is everybody grateful for this Tuesday evening? This Tuesday evening. What are you grateful for? Well, I gotta say, Heather, one, in Iowa, you get it forever. Okay, it's like Iowa and New Hampshire. When we lived in New Hampshire, you'd get it forever. I still go up to New Hampshire for my dentist. Actually, I got that next week, so I'm sure there'll still be all the signs littering the highways. But my gut tells me that some poor political buyers, you'll still see a few ads tomorrow. That just tells me that when they bought their things, somebody didn't know the right day. Nice, Kelly. Catching a shoplifter. Staff members keeping their cool and showing compassion. Yeah, you never know what somebody's story is. You know, I hear, you know, some of the initials from staff sometimes is, oh, they're strung out on drugs, or they're such a loser, or this. You don't know what somebody else's pain is. You don't know what their story is. Okay? And especially during this pandemic where mental illness has gotten such a backseat, it has truly gotten the backseat, and it is a crime. What a backseat mental illness has gotten during this pandemic, and the treatment that people have gotten and have really been in isolation. It is, I mean, and I've heard some stories. I mean, there was a story just last week with one of the stores I work with that was just awful. Just awful. But we don't know what people are going through, so show compassion. That doesn't mean you want to allow that to continue or theft to continue in your store, but having a heart, showing compassion, and getting them through that's so important. That's awesome. So they returned the stolen item and your staff member got them food. Now that's having a big, I can't do graphics really well, that's having a big heart. Let's pretend I made a heart graphic there. Schwann's delivers chicken wings. Okay, you got the chicken wings out. This is like football tailgating for you tonight, Rose. What I remember with Schwann's, when we used to be able to get Schwann's delivered, was the ice cream, the buttermilk fat in the ice cream. Oh, that vanilla and the buttermilk fat. I am. Yeah, Michelle. You know, I mean, it's really kind of funny. So my parents had opposite political views on a lot of things. And they had, you know, back in the day, they had one email account, and I still have access to that. And that has been flooded with both sides. I mean, it's really been kind of funny, you know, just to see the emails they're getting from both sides. It's really been hilarious. And how they cancel each other out to see them flood my parents' email box. Vina, I'm proud of you for having those hard conversations with your employees. They're not, yeah, you do feel better afterwards. It's not easy, but I'm glad you did it. Nebraska Angie's with us from Florida. And they still have root beer float bars, Rose, at Schwann's? Well, I'm not a root beer guy, but I'm with you. You know, that kind of nostalgic food. That's what people are looking for now. And again, that's what we've covered here as part of holiday cheer. People want uplifting things that make them feel good. Okay? I mean, you know, where's my donut prop? You know? Today I had to take Max to the vet, and afterwards we got some cider donuts, apple cider donuts. Makes you feel good. You know, people want that nostalgia, want that feel good. They were so surprised to see me on a Tuesday at the farm, because I can sometimes get there on the weekend, and they're like, "This is Tuesday. What are you doing here?" And I'm like, hey, we had to go to the vet, and Max is all excited. Here we are. So we went for donuts. To Pennsylvania tomorrow, Angie. That's like almost here. That is like, depending on who's driving, or if you're driving the vet. I mean, that's like 4 or 5 hours away. I mean, that's like you're practically here. I'm just saying. I am just saying here. That you know, that is practically here, and you're close to the New York City Krispy Kreme. I'm just saying. There's all these things, and QVC, and the QVC outlet. Okay. You're driving the RV. Okay, it's going to take you more than 4 hours to get here in the RV. I will tell you that, but you can load up at the QVC outlet, okay, and then come here, okay? And pick up some people along the way. I mean, you're coming up. That means the new windshield's in, and that means Leonard is itching to put some miles on that. That's awesome. That made me smile. That made me smile. It's things like this that makes me smile. Well, maybe we have to meet in Pennsylvania. I don't know. Can I take the rest of the week off? I'll have to check with my boss. My boss is laughing at me. My boss is laughing at me. I don't think that's a good sign. Huh. Well, folks, I love all the good that's happening on, and I hope, no matter what, and no matter where you fall, that you voted today. I voted today, in and out, 5 minutes in person today. Some people say I intimidated the poll takers and that's how I got to the front of the line. Others say, hey, I was just on the right street. I showed up at the right time. I was in, I was out, I voted. Voting is so important. Cassandra gets to take the rest of the week off first. Is that how this works? You know? All right, let me find my glasses so we can get this program started. Angie's giving you the rest of the week off.
Awesome. I love it.
Somehow Angie got in charge of schedules. Rose voted. All right. I know a lot of you voted early, too, had the opportunity to. In Connecticut, where we live, that is not an option unless you absenteed. And our little town that we live in is really kind of comical, the way they handled the election. But that's neither here nor there. I'm glad that everybody voted, and I'm glad that it's happening. Last presidential election, we were the town with the highest percentage of residents voting in the state. So we're hoping to keep our trophy. Marianne! Good to have you with us, Marianne. Well, let's get this program started with the Good Morning, Good Night book. Hey, I like really busy. We were steady today, I think. Not overly busy, but steady. And we're about to have exterior building construction at one of our locations. That's going to screw up our business for a few days. But this too shall pass. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program every night. If you are following along in the book, tonight we are on page 144. You're indescribable. We writers spend our lives trying to do you justice. And you're always more than we can capture. Good morning. Let's talk, people. Let's talk community. What was I going to talk about community? I got a few things tonight. I want to talk about, but there was one in particular that I want to talk about. Sarah, how are you? Because I thought it was really, really awesome. Really, really awesome. I'm going to give you a little bit of retail news, not a lot. I mean, I got a big packet here, but this is not what I'm really covering tonight. That's a feel-good one. We're on feel-good stuff tonight because we need more feel-good in this world. Hang on a second. I'm just looking for the one I wanted to cover. Boom. Okay. Yes, well, Marianne, tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow's another day. You will be busy. Don't worry. They will come out and support you because they love you. They love the pink. I get my pink on. I got my pink right here. Your customers love to get the pink on. Well, this article is all about you guys. Shopify could own Black Friday. Shopify continues to ring up solid growth with the best potentially still to come. Talk about being in the right place at the right time. Amid the COVID-accelerated shift from brick-and-mortar stores to online shopping, cloud commerce platform Shopify continues to clean up. After a huge second quarter, which helped propel the company to its stratospheric, is that a real level? Yes, it is. $125 billion market value. Shopify's latest results suggest that it might just be getting started. And that's you guys getting started. That is your holiday getting started. How many items did you load today? That is you guys getting going, people. That is talking about you and your holiday season, okay? And how many pink packages you're going to have coming your way. That's what it's talking about, okay? You're fueling the Shopify. When Shopify succeeds, you succeed. And that is what that is about. Okay? And that is what that is about. Good news for our Chico's fans. Chico's finances are in good shape, and they've redone their credit. They're not going to need to borrow any more money. They have plenty of credit available, and not expected to borrow anything through next year, which is good. Which is real good. Wayfair's income shoots up 164% in third quarter. Okay, this is only because of the pandemic. Okay, that Wayfair's become profitable, and it's still very iffy if they'll be profitable afterwards. Okay. Okay, the company has recorded 28.8 million customers, up from 19.1 million last year's. And repeat customers placed some 11.3 million orders during the period. I wanted to see, hang on a second. Somewhere in here it talked about what people on no, they didn't say. It's just general home decor that's driving it. But you know, that's important because, again, home decor continues to drive things a little bit. And we're seeing that in our own diversification. Hey, Kitty, don't be sorry. Great to have you here. I love this. I love this, okay? Walmart ends their aisle scanning robot contract. Walmart's contract has ended with Bossa Robotics, the retailer confirmed, but to use roaming robots to keep track of shelf inventory. Walmart's been using them for 5 years in 1,000 stores. Walmart's trying other ideas, including using, I know, don't be ready for this one, I hope you're sitting down, humans to count and check shelves. Humans! Who would have thought? Where are you going to find humans? Okay, as the son of a pharmacist, I love this because they make this sound like this is new. Okay, ripped right out of my father's playbook in 1960. Sam's Club is offering same-day pharmacy delivery. Same-day pharmacy delivery. Order your prescription today, get it delivered today. Have somebody deliver it. Okay, I used to deliver it in the store's Ford Pinto that I was falling out of when it wasn't catching fire. Okay? But that was just because we were hot to deliver your prescriptions. Okay? But I love the way they talk about this and how CVS and Costco are expanding their delivery services for prescriptions like it is something new. Okay? Let's be real here. Mom and Pop pharmacies had this down for decades. Decades. Okay? You know, I mean, I'd have to deliver some on my bicycle. Okay? Or walk uphill to deliver. Still, my favorite was delivering the prescriptions to the lady with all her prescriptions for all her smoking diseases, her emphysema, all her pulmonary diseases, and delivering her cartons of True Blue cigarettes with her. Yes, the floorboards on the Pinto. I never forget, you know, I mean, as a kid, on the Pinto Rows, at my father's store that they used for prescription delivery. One time, I was riding with one of the employees to the bank to get change, and they were whipping around the bank's drive-thru, and the door just went open. My passenger door that I was leaning on just went flying open, and there's Neil hanging out the side of the car as we whip around the side of the drive-thru. Oh, you fell off a Pinto, Marianne, and broke your collarbone. I don't even want to know that story. I know little Missy wasn't happy with you for that. But I literally was falling out of the passenger door. You know, I couldn't have. Maybe I was a teenager. Maybe. Yeah. But I love when these guys talk about this delivery of people's prescriptions like it's a new thing. I mean, people used to come to our door at our house to get their prescriptions when we were closed. So, I mean, give me a break. But I've entertained you tonight. If nothing else, I've made you smile. Lowe's is giving another $100 million in bonuses to their employees. Rewarding its hourly employees in $100 million in discretionary bonuses. Their sixth bonus payout since the pandemic began. Active hourly associates will receive the bonus in November. Full-time associates will receive $300, and part-time and seasonal associates will receive $150. So again, they're sharing, but they have a lot of expenses here. That's great, Marianne. That's great. That little missy made you wait to go to the hospital because the insurance man was at the house. I love it. I love it. Home Depot is debuting virtual field trips for kids. Home Depot's added an educational field trip series to its suite of DIY workshops. The retailer suppliers will take viewers on kid-friendly tours and show them how products make it to store shelves. As part of its collaboration with Discovery Education, the company will provide more online resources in projects in spring 2021 to the Science Fair Central platform, which launched in 2017. The platform has offered various educational projects to more than 2 million students and educators per the company. Okay. Nice, Marianne. Nice. An hour. Yep. But you didn't ride on the top of a Pinto again, did you? Yes, they are planting seeds. Exactly, Michelle. That's exactly what they're doing. Okay, now let's get community here. Let's bring it home. Hey, Rose, that's what I do. That's what I do. Some people ask why people tune in so much, and sometimes I don't know, but sometimes you just need an outlet. You need a break. You need a step away. And I'm glad if I can provide that for you. So let's get down to brass tacks for a minute here. That's good. You know, I mean, there was that Teen Wolf movie where they were riding on top of the car, and then Back to the Future where Michael J. Fox was doing things. I wasn't allowed to do that. I did used to drive with my knee in my early days. I love this quote, and it leads into my next thing, talking about community. If we were good at everything, we'd have no need for each other. If we were good at everything, we'd have no need for each other. Are you good at everything? I'm not good at everything. I'm mediocre at most things. Okay? If we were good at everything, we'd have zero need for each other. I love this, again, our friends from Canada. Well, thank you, Marianne. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that you guys want me here. It's the only reason I'm still here every night, is because you guys want me. If you didn't want me, I wouldn't be here. Okay? I would, I would go find bonbons to eat or something. Maybe I could go with Cassandra to Pennsylvania then. Maybe I could get a day off. But, okay, so, what are you whining about, Max? Max is whining. Nobody seems to care that Max is whining. Do you care that Max is whining? Max, I don't seem to care either. Okay, out of Canada. This is brilliant. Okay, this is brilliant. So pay attention. This is don't be listening to somebody else right now. This is where you want to pay attention. If you've only been half paying attention, pay attention now. Because this idea and this way of uniting community, you can do this. You can apply this. Oh, Max, you're getting the sympathy vote from the audience here. Michelle likes to whine sometimes too, but her whine's a little different. Vina's feeling bad for you. People are feeling bad for you, Max. I mean, the vet didn't want to give him back today. They were like having a good time with him. They just thought he was the cutest thing. Well, this is our new lighting situation, Kelly. I've got more things to plug in here now, okay? And they've got another light behind me now, and they've adjusted the backlighting, and, you know, they keep on making improvements to my set. So my peanut gallery is to blame for this. But it's like, if you saw all the things I have to remember, it's bad enough to try to remember to plug in the microphone stuff. Now I got to remember to plug in all this other stuff. But I do my best. I do the best I can. Okay, so don't blow a fuse. Well, yes, in this. Well, then you'd get to meet my electrician, and Val's a hot ticket. She's this short little thing, and she's a hot ticket. I think she's even been here working at the house when I've been FaceTiming with some of you guys and been in the background. She's this short little thing, but she's an amazing electrician. Actually, she's an amazing handyman. She does a lot of our handyman work around the house too. When you need a good handyman, you need a good woman. Val is amazing. Okay, so back to my story to pay attention to, not Val. Not my new lighting. Okay, this concept is huge. How a barber's small gesture is making a big difference during COVID-19. This barber is trying to help shield his community from economic fallout. Well, I got to take a picture of this set from this side so you can see all the things. I need to get an angle this way so you can see all the things that we have set up here, including the big fan for Max. If he gets hot, he needs a fan. He has his own fan. Don't get me started. This barber, you guys keep on sidetracking me tonight. I'm just saying, you guys are sidetracking me tonight. Taking me left when I'm trying to go right. And look at that Shopify, a size 1X shirt just sold. This barber is trying to help. How would a barber help his community? How can a barber, a simple barber, look at this guy. How can that guy help his community? How? Okay, how can he protect them from COVID? How can they protect his local economy from COVID? And how can you replicate it? How can you replicate it? This is awesome stuff. This is awesome stuff. Okay? This barber's gesture is making a big difference. Okay, what is this barber doing? Andy stares out the window of his barbershop and contemplates what the pandemic has done to the neighborhood he loves. Resale Island is two lefts, then a right. Andy has seen some businesses close, and it's tragic. Absolutely tragic. Andy is as local as a person can be. He lives 6 blocks from his barber shop and was born just up the street. Forget Paris and London. To Andy, the strips of stores along Lakeshore Boulevard is the most beautiful place in the world. I've been fortunate to do a little bit of traveling overseas, but I don't want to live anywhere else. The neighborhood means literally everything to me. During the summer, as the pandemic raged across the globe, Andy took a chance, a big chance. Even though businesses were going bankrupt and shutting down because of the economic turmoil, he opened one. I knew this specific spot was vacant for about 2 years before I contacted the landlord and was able to negotiate some cheaper rent. At that time in July, when Andy took over the lease, barbershops in the city were still closed because of the pandemic. Andy says it cost him $22,000 and took him 45 days of renovations to get the shop up and running. Me and my dad became best friends making this shop, and that's one of the most beautiful things that ever happened in my life. Every single day I have people walking by and coming to the shop and saying, "Thank you for putting something beautiful here. Thank you for putting something beautiful in our neighborhood." And that just brings a tear to his eye, Andy says. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to have a store on this street forever. Staying local will save us. A new study by the Federation of Independent Businesses shows that half of small businesses are losing money during the second wave of COVID. In places like this, both areas under stricter restrictions, that is number as high as 70%, restaurants and bars have been hit particularly hard. Andy says he's seen the devastation firsthand. After work one day recently, he was in his favorite restaurant when he witnessed the staff being told the place had to close because of restrictions related to COVID. I saw their posture, their body language, their demeanor. It was sad. I said to myself, I got to do something about it. That's when I came up with the idea. If you go to a local business, a local restaurant, a local bar, bring the receipt to my barber shop, and I'll give you $5 off a haircut. $5! He announced the promotion on Instagram, and the idea took off. The number of restaurant owners reaching out to me and expressing their gratitude has been really emotional. It's been overwhelming. At lunchtime, he takes a walk up the street, his barber towel hanging from his back pocket like a flag. A block away, Andy meets Mike outside his restaurant, specializing in Chicago deep-style dish pizza. The owner greets Andy with a pretend bow. I mean, it's cliche to say support local, but you really local. You're like the king of Lakeshore. The restaurant owner says COVID has almost destroyed his business. My concern right now is making a living for my family, he said. I'm married, I have a 7-year-old, and I have to pay the bills. And if this continues, I'll probably have to close the restaurant. He said all businesses in the neighborhood are aware of Andy's idea, and they love it. If you can drive a little bit of traffic here, and in return my customers can save $5 getting a haircut and drive traffic that way, oh man, that really helps. The owner of the restaurant explains it's not about the money. Sometimes I sit and I don't get many orders, and it's like maybe I gotta call quits. It's kind of tough, man. It's kind of tough. So he gives you hope. Hope! Makes you want to come to work because sometimes you feel alone. You don't feel alone. And nobody's caring. I can't believe it, but the type of guy he is. Andy finishes trimming Dave's hair, checks the young man's receipt, and gives him his discount. Dave is a local tattoo artist. I think Andy's promotion kind of reminds me people that it's not just individual shops here. It's a neighborhood. It's a neighborhood. Andy sweeps up and gets ready to shut the shop for the day. He says now he understands why this small idea has had such a big impact in his neighborhood. People need good news. The world is so starved right now for positivity. Everything is so dark right now. We're going to get through this, and we're going to come out stronger by little things like this, by doing our best. Yes, by doing our best. Okay? How can you apply that to your world? Maybe it's not $5. Maybe it's 5%. Maybe it's 10%. Maybe it's a free set of earrings. Okay, maybe it's something extra on their consignment. What can you do to support your neighborhood? What can you do to bring your neighborhood together? Okay, without going out soliciting your neighbors. Okay, without getting all the neighborhood businesses to do the same. It takes a leader. It takes someone to step out. It takes an Andy. It takes an Andy to step forward and lead his community through this. Okay? You got people that don't need a haircut. You got women that aren't going to go to a barber. Okay? Who are inspired now to go shop at other places local. Okay? What can you do? How can you elevate this in your neighborhood? Maybe it's something you do for Small Business Weekend. Okay? And make it your Black Friday idea. Shop local. Okay? Shop at an independent business. Shop at another member of your Chamber of Commerce. Shop. Dine, serve. What can you do to bring this idea, to bring Andy's idea, Andy's inspiration? He's just like you. He is just like you. Where's Andy's picture? He's just like you. Okay, maybe you don't have the beard. I don't have the beard. Okay? But he is just like us. He's just trying to take care of his family, take care of his neighborhood, take care of his community. How can we adapt that story with all the negativity in the world, okay? And we are not a negative place here. Okay? How can we take Andy's inspiration, the inspiration of Andy to make his community better, one haircut at a time? And he's literally can't do any more, okay? I mean, think about his profession. His profession is all time-based, okay? It takes so much time to do a haircut. It's not like he could do 1 million more haircuts. He is limited in how many haircuts a day he can do. You are not limited in the number of clothes you could sell in a day, or the number of pieces of furniture, or the number of earrings. What can you do? Okay, and it doesn't have to be for the whole pandemic. What can you do to make this in your community make a difference? You can do the same. That's right, Kelly. And Marianne is thinking, and when Marianne's thinking, it's dangerous. She's like a kite. She flies all over the place. She's a wonderful woman, love her. But her pink kite goes all over the place. What can you do in Greenwood, Indiana? Okay? You know, Greenwood's a big place. Bring me a receipt from someplace in Greenwood. Bring me a receipt from someplace in Algonquin. Okay? Keep it local. Keep it, maybe it's in your plaza. Okay? Show me a receipt from someplace else in your plaza and get something off. Okay? Show me a receipt from someplace in the neighborhood. Show me a receipt from another independent business in Leominster, Massachusetts. Okay? Because show me a receipt from another resale store. Okay? Support your whole resale economy. Only because that's where I left you the last time I saw you, Marianne, is the reason you're still tied to the tree. You know, what are you going to tie this to? How can you make Andy's dream and take that forward in your community? That's your project for tonight, people. That's your inspiration. Tune out all the other negativity. Don't turn on the TV tonight, okay? Unless you're watching something on the DVR that's old. Don't turn on that. Don't tune that in. Tune this idea in. How are you going to have a positive effect? How are you going to Andy your community? How are you going to Andy your community? That's what I'm asking you. That is what I'm challenging you to do. On here, election night, you voted. I voted. Okay, I'm challenging you to do better by your community. To make your community better by encouraging your base, your followers, those people that tune into you to watch your crazy lives. Oh my God, Marianne's got this. Michelle in her mauve or pink outfit and her glass of wine and all the great things. What are you going to do? Show me a receipt from the wine shop and save 10% at Michelle's hybrid fashion. Okay? Michelle already drinks free wine, so, you know, but she'll help this community along. You know, what are we going to do? Leaving the TV off will leave you in a positive frame set. It is a phenomenal promotion. It is a phenomenal idea. It is a phenomenal drive. The what you offer really doesn't matter. The what you give, what your give is. It could be 5%. It could be sales tax. It could be 6.25% in Massachusetts. It could be whatever. And all my clothing is tax-free anyways. Okay? It is the concept. How do you apply this? $5 off a haircut is a lot of money. I mean, granted, haircuts are expensive, and Andy's in Canada, so $5 isn't a real $5, but still, it's real money. It's real money, people. It is real money. Whatever your offer is, it's not the dollars behind it, okay? Because I'm not trying to bankrupt you with this idea. I'm trying to fill your cup with this idea. I'm trying to give you this idea to fill your cup, okay? Because it not only makes you feel good, okay? And I would Xerox those receipts or take a picture of them. Just the top part. Where did this come from? And why would I do that? Okay, why would I do that? Because think of the collage on your wall. Think of what that says about your community and all the places that they shop. Okay? And that they then came to you. That's huge. That's huge. I look forward to seeing how you all implement this. You know, I look forward to seeing how you bring your street together, your community, your town. Even on the top of a Pinto. Okay, surfing on the top of the Pinto. Forward to that, because you are going to bring your community together. You're going to bring them closer, and it doesn't have to be for the whole pandemic. It can be for a weekend. It can be for Thanksgiving to Christmas. It can be for small business weekend. Okay, it doesn't have to be a forever thing. It can be whatever way you want to implement it. It can be for a free set of earrings, some nail polish, some scotch koozies, wine koozies. I don't know. I'm making stuff up, people. I'm making stuff up. It can be for whatever you want it to be. You can be Andy. You can be the Andy of your community. And wasn't Andy great in Toy Story 2? And 1, 3, and 4? Okay? Andy is the good guy. For November. Yes, Kitty. For November. What are you going to do to bring your community together for November? Free pinto beans. Sure, we had taco night. We live to fight another day. That's all this is about each and every day, Rose, is living to fight another day. Everything we do is making sure that we're still here tomorrow to fight again. To get up, okay? I mean, you know, if you got the call I got this afternoon was, we're going to block off your whole front entrance to do this construction, and, oh yeah, well, your other entrance, well, that's getting blocked by the utilities. That's not us. You know, so, you know, it is, you know, you would be like, pull the covers over. But no, we get up to fight another day. We get up to serve another day. We get up to make things happen. Okay? Because we don't do the world, though we don't just take it, we get up and stand up. We stand up and show up. And really, Michelle, I kept on stuck with Andy because they kept on wanting me to say his last name in the article. And I knew I'd screw that up, really. It's the real reason. You gotta work with this small mind up here. It's a small mind. I know you think it's big. Okay, it's a big valley, but it's a small mind. You gotta understand where this thought process comes from. But you are going there. We're gonna do this. I look forward to seeing your inspirations. Folks, you know this video and everything we talk about here, everything we talk about here, including all the resources I talk about, go over to narcs.org/resalestrong by noon the next day. Noon! The very next day. They're all there. You can find them. The videos are all in order. They're all there. Cassandra and Adele make it all happen. They make me look good. Although I did dress myself today. Doing my little catwalk there for you. Even added the I voted sticker. They're there by noon the next day, including a link to the YouTube channel where all the videos are stored. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and click the bell to get notified when a new video drops. I am here every night at more 8 than ish Eastern, live in the Nards private Facebook group. Live every night at more 8 than ish Eastern. If you have a question in between, you just email me. You email me at Neil, N-E-I-L, at ECIstores.com. N-E-I-L at ECIstores.com. Hang on a second. Oh, I read that already. We start this program every night. Every night we start with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program every night. If you were not here at the top of the program, we are on page 144 tonight. You're indescribable. We writers spend our lives trying to do you justice. And you're always more than we can capture. Good morning. Our good night tonight is you're indescribable. We writers spend our lives trying to conjure you from every angle. We get close enough to keep trying. Good night. There's your graphics, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party. A wedding, a bar mitzvah, a haircut even. Maybe if Canada would let me in, I would go have Andy cut it. after I shop someplace else local. I'm going to have to talk to my Canada friends. I bet you I was just up the street. But I do like a good wedding, a bar mitzvah even. But we will party again, and we will party in person, and I will be there with you. Hang on, something else just popped up on my screen. Hey, Marianne, I'm always there for you. I've always got my pink on anytime you need me. I hope you are well. I've been worried about you. Anytime you need me, I'm there for you. And for little Missy, I'm there in a New York minute. Just like that. Like asking a genie out of a bottle, I'd be right there. Until tomorrow night at more 8 than ish. Tomorrow night, it'll be another night and I will be here. It's going to be hump day. Hump day tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back here tomorrow at more 8 than ish. But until then, know that you and you, but most importantly you're not alone running this store. It's time for dessert. Don't turn on the news, people. I'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great night.